Hey everybody, Jason Lavigny here from Blue Water Financial. So I want to kind of take you through what's happening in the economy today and recently here, the bank failures of Silicon Valley Bank and also Signature Bank. Silicon Valley is located in Santa Clara, California, and Signature Bank is located in New York, New York. Now, what happened to these banks and what's the potential fallout and how would this affect your personal portfolio? So let's talk about Silicon Valley Bank for a second here. So it's a bank that loans a lot of money primarily to tech startups, again, located in Silicon Valley. And what happened was they had to liquidate. What caused the run on the bank was they had to liquidate a very large bond portfolio at a discount. And they actually lost money, lost about $1.8 billion. So what happened was that signaled, oh my gosh, there's a liquidity crisis here. Will I be able to get my money, out of the bank, when I want to be able to get it out and the amount that I actually have? So that caused more deposits to leave the bank than they had, in the bank themselves. And then that's, how a run happens when something triggers, oh my gosh, I have to get to the bank and get my money, and more money goes out than actually comes in. Because mechanically, the way a bank works is when you deposit $100, let's say 1 million people did that. Well, they don't actually have on hand in liquid cash $100 for every person. If they did, that would be more like a safety deposit box, not a bank. So the way that a bank actually makes money is they loan money out or they make investments. Now, in the case of Silicon Valley, the investments that they made were in treasury bonds, which were not liquid. So and here's what caused the illiquidity there or them to lose money. The two past administrations have spent a whole lot of money, which has created the inflation mess that we're in right now. So interest rates, as you probably know, have gone up significantly in the last year and a half because inflation is so high. So when interest rates go up, bond prices fall. So the bond portfolio was underwater. So when they sold it, they had to sell it at a very, very deep discount, which, was a danger sign to many people saying, oh my gosh, they're not going to have enough money, to give us if we need it. And so that caused the insolvency in the bank. And that, that's kind of where we're at today. Now, here's the good news. The good news is that all depositors, even past the FDIC insurance of $250,000, they are going to be made whole. That's the great news. Now, they're not calling it a bailout, but, and they said the taxpayers are not going to be on the hook for that. But, that's kind of to be continued. The story is really too new to determine that at this time. So that's the good news. The bad news is that anyone who holds bonds in the bank, the specific bank, Silicon Valley or Signature, and their common stock, if the bank goes out of business, they will lose, in effect, all of their money. Okay, so that's the bad news. And this is why here at Blue Water Financial, we don't pick individual stocks. This is why we don't believe in holding individual stocks and why you should be globally diversified and follow the science every which way. So, and that's where safety and having 24,000 unique investments in 21 asset categories in 79 free market countries, doesn't ensure that you're not going to lose money. But it definitely ensures that you are not going to have any concentration in any one particular area, i.e. the banking system right now. And what we're afraid of is the contagion effect and how it will affect other banks. Will there be runs on other banks? Some of the big banks that like maybe Citi. We're watching right now Credit Suisse, which if you look at that stock price, it's at an all-time low right now. And they're kind of teetering right now as far as, maybe going that way. I can't confirm nor deny that. But from what I'm hearing, they're certainly on the watch list. So again, diversification in this type of environment is always your best friend. But again, it doesn't mean that your money's not going to go up and down. But it could certainly, save you from a concentration in any one particular area. Now, just a week ago, we weren't talking about this bank. As a matter of fact, people like Jim Cramer were saying, this is one of the, could be one of the top 10 stocks of 2023. And shortly after he made that statement, and you can, Google, CNBC and Google his comments. I mean, it's very simple. But it's amazing, and only if we had a crystal ball. And this is the problem with making predictions and forecasts about the future. If you don't know what everybody on the planet is going to do, you can't predict these things. So what I want everyone to do too is, if you have time on Tuesday, March 21st, we're having a Dismantling Myths presentation, which is going to be given by none other than Matson Money. And that will be Josh Crawford, Vice President of Coaching, or Mark Matson himself. Come out and educate yourself and learn about the science of investing and how, we can prevent these things from happening to you and your family through diversification and through the science of investing. Any questions about this, please give our office a call at 610-438-0988. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.